as the 2-8 Culpeper Cavaliers come on out to Moxie Stadium and take on the 6-5 Staunton Braves. So starting at pitcher today for the hometown Staunton Braves is number 32, Mason Tompkins. Third appearance of the season for Tompkins. 1-1 on the season with a 3.17 ERA. Staunton coming off a tough loss in Waynesboro earlier this week to the Generals, giving up 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th with a walk-off win for Waynesboro. And then yesterday, getting canceled up in Harrisonburg against the Turks, a rematch they were desperately looking to bounce back from after their last time out when it was back at home here with the Turks. Before we get started, I'd like to thank tonight's sponsors, SVOE, First Bank, Tees to Go, and Brain Injury Connection. Living with a disability resulting from brain injury? Reach out to the folks at Brain Injury Connections for help. So Culpeper, slow start to the season, only winning 2 of their first 10 games, as Staunton looks to bounce back after a tough loss against a Waynesboro Generals team that they have mercy ruled before here in the second game of the homestand for the season.
Leading things off for Culpeper.
Excellent song select.
As we are underway here officially, as Tompkins' first pitch to Burrows is called strike 1. So Keaton Burrows, the second baseman for Culpeper, is leading it off from Odessa, Florida, University of Pittsburgh, Pitt Panther, as he takes an 0-2 pitch, down 2 strikes early. Tompkins on the pitch, popped up into shallow right field, and that's going to get down. So an opening base hit for Keaton Burrows, as there was a little bit of a miscommunication between the right fielder Fluharty and second baseman Pacheski. Let that one drop, and that's an easy base for the Culpeper Cavaliers that Keaton Burrows probably wasn't even expecting would be there at that point in time. The left fielder Ethan Belk up next, batting second with a runner on first as he's called strike 1. Hometown is Rock Hill, South Carolina, playing his college ball at Wofford. Mason Tompkins 1-1 on the year. Pfeiffer grounds out into the double play, attempts to get the double play off, but looks like Jackson Ingram, the shortstop, couldn't get the throw off. But a force out at second base. So same situation and 1 out down for the Tompkins and the Braves. The catcher, Alejandro Ludero from Pembroke Pine, Florida, is up third with Ethan Belk on first base. Ludero, a sophomore from Lipscomb University. So again, a slow start to the year for Culpeper, as that ball is hit foul, only winning 2 of their last 10 games. A strong start here, especially with the Staunton Braves team that we have seen multiple times can put up a ton of runs in this ballpark. Tompkins on the 0-1 pitch. Belk stealing. The ball gets away from Galuski. And Ethan Belk is easily in there at second base. So a runner on in scoring position for Alejandro Ludero. And a 1-1 count with just one out here in the top of the first. A little bit of a meeting here between Galuski and Tompkins. Just like to note that the position where the sun is right now, you can definitely see on our camera with this glare that we have near the right side of the plate, well, our right side of the plate. It's got to be hard to see if you're Tompkins out there, as Ludero fouls off another pitch, making it a 1-2 count. The 1-2 pitch. Just outside and down and near the dirt for an even count, 2-2. Mason Tompkins, 11.2 innings pitched with just 8 hits and 4 earned runs. 2-2. Ball gets away from him again. Ethan Belk is going to walk into third. So Ethan Belk just went from a fielder's choice to 2 advancements of the base. Very easily striding around these bases right now, and this puts Ludero in a prime position for a potential sac fly here. Seems like Galuski's having a hard time seeing the ball with the sun directly in his eyes. Full count. 3-2 pitch. Tipped foul. Ludero stays alive on the at-bat. The 3-2 pitch. Looks like it hit him in the wrist, so that's going to be a walk. Runners on the corners here early for the Culpeper Cavaliers. Colby Motley, the first baseman, up next, looking to potentially score in a run here and get Culpeper on the board early. Motley from Williamsburg, Virginia, a redshirt freshman playing his college ball at the Virginia Commonwealth University out in Richmond. He takes ball 1. Tompkins on the 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed by Motley. 1-1. Tip back foul, 1-2. Got a nice little breeze going here. Earlier than we're used to up here in the press box at Moxie Stadium. Definitely nice for how hot it's been as of late. And all the rain we've had with the humidity. Tompkins 1-2. Tipped off foul. Motley stays alive. Here's the 1-2. Fouled off. It looks like Motley's asking for a new bat. I think that one had a crack in it after that contact. Didn't look like a full break from here, but could be a potential crack that would definitely affect the way the next ball could be hit and the way it would affect the play. Still 1-2 here, 1 out here in the top of the first. Mason Tompkins racking up his pitch count very fast. As he throws another 1-2 pitch, check swing. They're going to say he did not go. So an even count again for Motley as his at-bat stays alive. Two-two pitch. Swung on and missed. Can the play be made? It looks like Ludero is in a little bit of a pickle here. As Ethan Belk scores across the plate. So it looks like a little bit of a confusion between the umpires on whether or not Ethan Belk crossed the plate before he was tagged. But it looks like Covington is going to come out onto the field and send their fielders out. So it looks like they're going to call that outs 2 and 3. Ump has nothing to say about it once we ask for verification. So it looks like a 0-0 ball game. Second out being the strikeout. And they're going to say he got tagged at second. Ludero got tagged between first and second before Ethan Belk crossed the plate. So still a 0-0 ball game as the Staunton Braves now get a chance to take a bat. We'd like to thank MS Events for feeding the Braves tonight. If you or anyone you know is interested in providing a post-game meal for the Braves players and coaches, please talk to Miss Joyce, our concession stand manager. And if you're available, we'd like to make it up for the catastrophe that we had last time we attempted to play the Front Royal Cardinals. Come on out Monday, June 16th versus Front Royal. That will be the makeup game from Sunday, June 8th. Tickets for June 8th are good that night. And the sponsor for the game is Kaufman Funeral Home and Crematory. So starting here on the mound for the Culpeper Cavaliers, we have number 40, Zach Mizrahi from Jacksonville, Florida, playing his college ball for the Penn State Nittany Lions. So out here for the Lincoln Pack, grounds out to the shortstop, and that's an easy one swing first out. So an easy force out for the Cavaliers. As the designated hitter tonight, one of our catchers, Mikey Urbaniak, is up to bat, batting second as he takes a strike one. Urbaniak all year has been a remarkable hitter in a lot of clutch scenarios here at home, hitting .455 on the year in 22 at-bats. So if my math's correct, that means he is 10 hits on 22 at-bats, 5 RBIs, 5 runs scored in just 7 games with 1 home run, only striking out 3 times. So Urbaniak having a solid start to the year. As the 2-1 pitch is called ball 3 for Mizrahi. 3-1 pitch called ball 4. So after a short at-bat for Lincoln Pack, Mikey Urbaniak gets on first for the first base runner of the night for Staunton. And here comes Wyatt Pfeiffer. Remarkable season for him so far. .350 batting average on 40 at-bats. 4 doubles, a home run, 8 RBIs, 10 walks, 17 runs scored. As his first pitch from Mizrahi goes inside for a 1-0 count. Two-0 count for Pfeiffer, the JMU Duke. Got to see a lot of him all year, and can't say I'm surprised with the way he's performing in this league with how I've seen him performing for the James Madison Dukes this past season. 2-1 count. Up high for a ball 3 again. Another 3-1 count early for Mizrahi. Here's the pitch. High again, so 2 straight walks for Matt Mizrahi. Zach Mizrahi, my apologies. As Jacob Lester, the third baseman, is now up to bat with a runner in scoring position and another on first base. So Jacob Lester, this is just his 3rd game here for Staunton. So far, hitting .250 as his first pitch goes high for a 1-0 count. So it looks like we're going to get a mound meeting to Zach Marassi early in this game. Seems to be throwing a lot of balls and not enough strikes to get it done at this point in time, especially with the Braves team that's been hitting as well as they have been. You got to lock in and get some pitches in the strike zone because drawing walks is not the answer when you get to the middle of this lineup with the power hitters that the Braves have. Looks like it's just a check. Nobody warming up for Culpeper just yet. Zach Marazzi gets a chance to buckle back in and send Lester away. 1-0 pitch. Popped up. Looks like it's going to be out of play. So even count for Jacob Lester as that ball was popped up but just out of play to where none of the Cavaliers fielders could reach it. The The 1-1 count. High for a ball 2. Two-one pitch. Outside for another 3-1 count. And a walk would load the bases here with 3 walks if you're Zach Marazzi, back to back to back. Here's the 3-1, and they call that hot late strike count, late called strike. So called strike 2. Lester thought it was going to be a walk after a lot of waiting around by the umpire. It was a real late called strike 2. Took his elbow pad off and everything. So a full count here. Still runners on second and first for Staunton. Just 1 out. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Tip back foul. Looked like it went through the net there. So Lester stays alive. Here we go again with the full count. Ball is inside. Urbaniak tries to steal but is called ball 4, so it's not going to matter. So the starter, Zach Marazzi, walks the bases loaded back-to-back-to-back walks after a 1-pitch force out from Lincoln Pack to start the inning. And now a kid like Ty Galuski with the bases loaded is a dangerous sight to see if you're Culpeper, as that first pitch is called a ball. So Ty Galuski on the year so far is hitting .318 off of 22 at-bats and 7 games played. 3 doubles and 5 RBIs, so another double here would potentially score at least 2 of these runs. 2-0 count for Galuski. Again, I've mentioned this in previous games, but he swings and misses there. But you don't see teams often with the 3 catchers that Staunton has that can really pop the bats. You've got LT Cockrell, Ty Galuski, and Michael Urbaniak that can all hit the baseball extremely well. As that ball is low and outside, and Galuski falls for it 2-2. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Out number 2. Here in the bottom of the first. It's Cooper McDaniel, the center fielder, now up to bat. First pitch to him is blooped into center field. A beautiful snag by the shortstop, Escobar. And that's going to leave no runs on the board for Staunton after the bases were walked, loaded. And we stay a 0-0 ball game moving to the top of the second. A beautiful reach out from Escobar there to keep his team in the game. So a great play to end the first right there. So we move to the top of the second. I'd like to thank tonight's sponsors again. SVOE, First Bank, Tees to Go 2, and Brain Injury Connection. Struggling to get back to your new normal following a stroke, concussion, or accident that felt that left you with a brain injury, visit Brain Injury Connection for help or www.bicsr.org. If you're available next Wednesday, June 18th at 7 p.m., the Micro Wrestling Federation will take the ring in Moxie Stadium. You can get your tickets for this event at microwrestling.com. Beautiful Saturday evening in Staunton, Virginia. Love seeing all the fans come out to cheer on their Braves and Cavaliers. So early in this season across the board in Valley League Baseball, seems like the Harrisonburg Turks are the team to beat right now. They're 9-2 on the year, best record in the league. Top in the South Division with Staunton in second. Culpeper last in the South Division. As we are underway here in the top of the second. 2-0 count early for number 69, Cameron Turner. Turner playing his ball at the University of North Carolina, Charlotte, the Charlotte 49ers. Out of Richlands, North Carolina, as the force out is not going to get there. So Cameron Turner opens the top of the second with a single. So number 14, Kelly Crittenberger from McLean, Virginia, just outside of Washington, D.C., is up next. Playing third base tonight. Tompkins throws a pitch. They're kind of bunt. Looked like Tompkins was considering going for the double play, but chose the force out. So a force out from Tompkins to Pfeiffer. That is out number 1. Ethan Borgren up next, the Chicago native playing his college ball for the Northwestern Wildcats. Now up to bat as the left fielder tonight. Turner advances to second, so a runner in scoring position. Tompkins with the first pitch of the at-bat. It is called just foul. The ball hit right of the line way before Pfeiffer even got that ball, so 0-1 count. Oh, 1. High for a ball 1. One pitch. Popped up. And it is brought in by Pachewski for the second out. As Maxwell Melessa, the right fielder, is the 8-hitter tonight for the Culpeper Cavaliers. From Pullman, West Virginia, playing his college ball for the West Virginia Mountaineers. Teammate of Braves shortstop Jackson Ingram. So that's called ball 1 on Melessa. The 1-0 pitch. Popped up, trying to get under it. And Jacob Lester is going to get under it though it was in foul territory. So Mason Tompkins survives the top of the second after a leadoff single from Cameron Turner as we move to the bottom of the second. I'd like to thank MS Events for feeding the Braves tonight. If you or anyone you know is interested in providing a post-game meal for the Braves players and coaches, please talk to Miss Joyce at the concession stand or our concession stand manager, a.k.a. you know where to find her. Please come out to our next game Monday, June 16th versus the Front Royal Cardinals. It's the makeup game from the rainout on June 8th. Tickets for that game are good for that night as well. Sponsor for the game is Kaufman Funeral Home and Crematory. So no scoring just yet from this match. Zach Marazzi is still in here, pitching at the mound. But it looks like Culpeper has a potential pitcher, Cody Soliday, warming up in their bullpen, number 4. The sun sets on a beautiful day of Staunton Braves baseball. It looked like there was a lot of rain on the forecast, but disappeared, looks like. Now, seems to be a lot of rain coming later this week. 5 or 6 day stretch in a row. Hoping it won't affect any of the festivities we have here going on in Moxie Stadium. As Ryan Fluharty is up next, leading off here in the bottom of the second for the Staunton Braves. Ryan Fluharty, a remarkable hitter as well. Hitting .308 on the season as he is forced out by a remarkable throw from the Culpeper third baseman, Crittenberger. Give me a second, but we got there. So the 8-hitter, Zach Pacheski. Pacheski up to bat here as he takes ball 1. Another fantastic hitter, hitting .214, 6 RBIs, so making his mark on the scoreboard. No doubt about it, as he's swings and misses for a 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed again, 1-2. One-two pitch. Outside for a ball 2. Pacheski gets back to an even count. 2-2. Swung on and missed for out number 2. That's Jackson Ingram, the shortstop. 9-hitter tonight, Staunton native, playing his college ball at West Virginia. Looking to put a base runner on the board. Looks like he's calling bunt, but pulls back in time. Ball 1. Jackson Ingram has been remarkable on the field all year. Batting just 179 here at the plate, but making his presence known. Fielding for sure. As he takes a 3-0 count. Ingram, that is his 8th drawn walk of the season. So although he's only hitting 179, he's finding ways to get on base. And when you're Staunton with all the power hitters that you have, especially hitting 9th, a guy like Lincoln Pack could use a runner on first base. So that is a fantastic skill to have if you're Jackson Ingram. As that ball gets away from him, and Ingram moves into second base, so a runner in scoring position with a 1-0 count now for the left fielder, Lincoln Pack. Pack playing his college ball at Pensacola State College from Mount Morris, Pennsylvania. Here's the 1-0. Inside for a ball 2. Two-0 pitch called, strike 1 on Pack. Two one, way outside, ball 3. Three-one pitch. Called for a strike 2, caught looking. So a full count for Lincoln Pack. Three-two. Check swing. Called strike. Crossed the plate just enough, and that is the end of the inning. So 2 runners left on base. So 2 runners left on base for Staunton, moving to the top of the 3rd. Still a 0-0 ball game.
The Braves with the runner stranded. We head to the 3rd. No score.
I'd like to thank tonight's sponsors, SVOE, First Bank Tees to Go 2, and Brain Injury Connection. Do you have a traumatic brain injury and are looking for help? See the folks at Brain Injury Connection. So a little bit of a shaky start for both of these pitchers, but still a scoreless outing. So remarkable fielding across the board from both the Cavaliers and the Braves. The key to winning for Culpeper is limiting runs early for Staunton. Seems that when they get ahead early, they seem to really be able to maintain their leads well across the board. So these early innings are important if you're the Culpeper Cavaliers and you want to get your 3rd win of the season. This is game 12 for Staunton, game 11 for Culpeper. It's the 9-hitter Evan Escobar who saved the day in the bottom of the 1st with a great fielding play. Is now up to bat for his first outing of the afternoon as he goes down 0-2 early after tipping that second pitch foul. Tompkins on the 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed by Escobar. So a 3-pitch strikeout for Mason Tompkins to start the top of the 3rd. As we move to the back of the top of the order for Culpeper, Keaton Burrows back up to bat. Got the blooper single in the top of the first. 1 for 1 on the day. As that ball is popped up, it looks like it's going to go behind the net. Way out of reach from Urbaniak. Galuski, 0-1 count. Oh, 1 count. Looks like popped up into the infield, and Jackson Ingram's going to come down with it for out number 2. So Ethan Belk up next, a controversial call in the top of the first of whether or not he crossed the plate or not. That could have given Culpeper a early 1-0 lead. As he takes strike 1. Tompkins on the 0-1 pitch. Tip back foul, early 0-2 count for Ethan Belk from Rock Hill, South Carolina. Oh, 2 pitch. Just a bit high, 1-2. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Galuski trying to get under it. Lester's also trying to get under it, just over the wall. Barely over that fence. That fence is too high to climb. Stays 1-2. One-two pitch. Fielded to Tompkins. Bounces off his leg, but still gets the force out to Pfeiffer. So we move to the bottom of the third. As we go 9-1-2 in order. Fielding for the Braves. As Mikey Urbaniak is going to get a chance to lead off the bottom of the third for the Braves. I'd like to thank the organization who's feeding the Braves tonight, MS Events. If anyone or anyone you know is interested in providing a post-game meal for the Braves players and coaches, please talk to Miss Joyce. Come out to our next game, Monday, June 16th versus the Front Royal Cardinals. This is the makeup game from Sunday, June 8th, and all tickets from the June 8th will be good for Monday. Sponsor for the game is Kaufman Funeral Home and Crematory. And if you're also looking for something to do Wednesday night after work, June 18th at 7 p.m., the Micro Wrestling Federation will take the ring in Moxie Stadium. You can get your tickets for this event at microwrestling.com. So it looks like Zach Mazzari will be staying in this game. Even though we saw a glimpse earlier of Cody Soliday, number 4, potentially warming up in the bullpen. So Mikey Urbaniak leading off here in the bottom of the third. Taking a ball 1. 1-0 pitch. Hits him in the back. So Urbaniak's going to get on base again for the second time this evening. So Wyatt Pfeiffer with a runner on first. No outs. Here's the pitch. Blooped into the infield, and a double play. A remarkable double play to put 2 outs on the board fast for Culpeper. Just like that, Jacob Lester with his back against the wall. No room for mistakes. He wants to score here in the bottom of the third. First pitch popped up. And it is brought in by the first baseman, Motley, for an easy half inning for the Culpeper Cavaliers. And we move to the top of the fourth. I'd like to thank tonight's sponsors, SVOE, First Bank, T's to Go 2, and Brain Injury Connection. Living with a disability resulting from brain injury? Reach out to the folks at Brain Injury Connection for help. So a fielding battle we've seen all day. Bats can't really get popped up. A lot of walks, a lot of remarkable force outs, and that double play that was huge for Culpeper, knocking out fantastic base runners and hitters through the Braves lineup. Still 0-0. So just roughly 30 minutes through this, 45 minutes through this game. We move to the top of the fourth. So with the sun tucking behind those trees, Galuski will hopefully be able to see the ball a little bit better. As we saw, he was kind of struggling early in the first and second inning when the sun was glaring in his eyes. Top of the fourth, leading off for the Culpeper Cavaliers, would be the catcher Alejandro Ludero. He takes ball 1. One-0 inside for a ball 2. Two-0. Called strike 1. Just gets in the strike zone for Mason Tompkins. 2-1. Tip back foul. Even count. Here's the pitch. Hit short. Lester to Pfeiffer, and a force out for out number 1. As Colby Motley is back up for the Cavaliers. Redshirt freshman VCU Ram out in Richmond, Virginia. So that ball is tipped foul for an 0-1 count. 0-1. Down for a ball one. 1-1 pitch. Called strike two. Here's the 1-2. Hit well into center field, a line drive. And that's going to be a single for Colby Motley. Cameron Turner up next, the designated hitter from North Carolina, Charlotte. First pitch, called ball one. One 0. Swung on and missed, even count. Even count pitch. Strike two. Here's the pitch. Turner, it gets away from Lester. Motley's going to go to third, and he is safe in there. So runners on the corners for Culpeper, just one out. As Kelly Crittenberger, the third baseman, is up next. Looking to put the first run on the board here tonight for the Cavaliers. Tompkins' first pitch of the at-bat, called strike one. Pickoff play does not work. Piper doesn't get the tag off. Another pickoff play does not go. Oh, 1 pitch. Called strike two. Oh, 2 pitch, tipped foul. So Crittenberger going to get another shot here. And out here would ruin any chances of a potential sac fly opportunity with Motley on third base. 0-2. Hit into shallow infield. One out. And the ball, the throw is just off. So Crittenberger is going to be safe. The run will score. And Culpeper takes a 1-0 lead. Ethan Borgren, the left fielder, up next, 2 outs. Off a tough break from Staunton fielding, giving Culpeper the 1-0 lead. So that ball is called 1-0. 1-0. Tip foul. One. Down in the dirt, 2-1. Two-one pitch. Galuski's throw is way off as Krittenberger is going to be safe in at second. 2-1, 2-2 count. Tompkins looking for a break in this inning to end. Two. Hit well, gets in the gap. Krittenberger is going to go home and he will score. 2-0 Culpeper lead with an RBI single off of Ethan Borgren. And Mason Tompkins has crumbled here in the top of the fourth. Right fielder Melessa batting eighth tonight. Looking to potentially put on another run. First pitch of the at-bat from Tompkins. Called ball one. One-0. Just a bit high, 2-0. Two-0 pitch. Tip back foul, 2-1. Two-one. Foul ball. 2-2. Two. Tipped off foul. At bat stays alive for Melessa. Two. Tip back foul again. Two again. Outside, 3-2. Three-two pitch. Popped up. Going to be out of play barely once again. So a full count pitch after an at-bat that Melessa has been scratching and crawling at as he swings and misses. for out number 3. So Culpeper gets on the board early. So we move to the bottom of the 4th. As we are bringing back the dizzy bat race, but it looks like we have 4 contestants instead of our typical 2. Found some extra bats in the shack. The one kid just fell, the kid in the blue shirt. Is that a Cristiano Ronaldo jersey? Cristiano Ronaldo out here in Staunton, Virginia, winning the dizzy bat race like it's his own personal soccer field or football. Love seeing the dizzy bat participants multiply as we progress through the season. So Mizrahi's day is officially over. Cody Soliday, as I mentioned earlier, warming up in the bullpen. He's now out on the mound. Soliday from Ashburn, Georgia, playing his college ball at Mercer University. I'd like to thank MS Events for feeding the Braves tonight. If you or anyone you know is interested in providing a post-game meal for the Braves players and coaches, please talk to the concession stand manager, Miss Joyce. As the catcher, Ty Galuski, is up next. Leading off here, the bottom of the 4th for Staunton, looking to get back in this game against the Culpeper Cavaliers. As Soliday's first pitch goes just a bit outside for a ball. 1-0 pitch. Galuski pops it up, but the shortstop falls. Not going to matter. Left fielder Ethan Borgren will bring it in for out number 1. As Cooper McDaniel, the right fielder, center fielder, is up tonight. Up next. Soliday's pitch to McDaniel popped up, and nobody can bring it in as they call it foul. Off his glove, but in foul territory already. So an 0-1 count. McDaniel was already at second base. One count for McDaniel. He swings and misses 1 and 2. One-two pitch. Swung on and missed in the dirt for out number 2. Ryan Fluharty is up next. Looking to put a runner on base. Braves bats so far have not been what we're used to. First pitch from Soliday, tip foul by Fluharty, 0-1. Oh, 1. Swung on and missed, 0-2. Called ball 1 from Cody Soliday. One-two pitch, swung on and missed. Out number 3, so Cody Soliday comes in this game and gives the Cavaliers an easy bottom of the 4th. As we move to the top of the 5th, Staunton goose egg on the board still. As Mason Tompkins' day looks like it is over for the Braves. As number 36, Peyton Jackson from Gettysburg, Kentucky, will be taking over for Tompkins, playing his college ball at Marshall University, the Thundering Herd out in West Virginia. I'd like to thank tonight's sponsors, SVOE, First Bank, Tees to Go 2, and Brain Injury Connection. Are you struggling to get back to your new normal following a stroke, concussion, or accident that left you with a brain injury? Visit Brain Injury Connection for help or www.bicsr.org. So Evan Escobar, the shortstop, leading it off here in the top of the 5th. Escobar out of San Diego State University. It's his first pitch is called 1-0. The 1-0 pitch hit into center field is going to gap through Pachevsky. So a leadoff single for Escobar. And another hit for Culpeper, keeping their bats flowing. Keaton Burrows, so we're back at the top of the order. Still no outs. Peyton Jackson giving up a hit on his first batter of the evening. Trying again. Escobar looked like he thought about stealing. Goes back to first. 1-0 count for Burrows. Gets away from Galuski in the dirt. Ball 2. Two-0 pitch. Escobar is going to attempt a steal, and they got him. So Escobar caught stealing at second for out number 1. But 3-0 count here for Keaton Burrows. Pitch. Outside, ball 4. So Peyton Jackson's first 2 batters giving up a single and then drawing a 5-pitch walk.
Now batting.
Ethan Belk is up next for Culpeper. 1 out. Jackson's first pitch of the at-bat into center field again, off the leg of Pachevsky. So a brutal bounce off the leg of Zach Pachevsky keeps the runner at second, and a potential double play is out of the question. Second and first are now occupied, as the catcher, Alejandro Ludero, will now be up to bat with a runner in scoring position and just 1 out for the Cavaliers. First pitch to Ludero is outside for a ball 1. One 0. Called downstairs, ball 2. Two 0. It's called ball 3. Fans not happy with that call. Three 0 pitch. That one's high. Called strike 1. Three 1. Hit into center field and brought in by McDaniel for out number 2. Runners stay put. As Colby Motley is now up to bat, runner in scoring position, still 2 outs. First pitch of the at-bat from Peyton Jackson. Ball gets away from Galuski as both runners advance second and third. 1-0 count for Motley. One 0. Called strike one. One one. Called strike two. 1-2 count. One two. Called down for a second ball, so even count here. Two two. Didn't even make it to the plate. 3-2 count. Three two. Down low, ball four. So the bases are loaded here for the designated hitter, Cameron Turner. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball one. One zero. Called strike one. Here's the pitch. Behind his back. 2-1. Two one. Called ball three. So another ball would extend the Culpeper lead to 3. Three one. Chopped foul. So a full count here, 2 outs for Cameron Turner, looking to not have 3 runners stranded. Three two. Swung on and missed. Peyton Jackson locks in when his team needs it the most. And we're moving to the bottom of the 5th. Bases loaded, stranded. Bottom of the 5th, here we go. If you're available Wednesday, June 18th, Micro Wrestling Federation will take the ring in Moxie Stadium. Get your tickets for this event at microwrestling.com. Come on out for our next game, Monday, June 16th versus the Front Royal Cardinals. This will be the makeup game from Sunday, June 8th. The tickets from June 8th will also be accepted for Monday. Sponsor for this game is Kaufman Funeral Home and Crematory. So Cody Soliday is going to stay in this game after a remarkable outing in the bottom of the fourth. Zach Pacheski leads it off here in the bottom of the fifth for the Staunton Braves as he tips the first pitch. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Down for a ball one. 1-1. Swung on and missed 1-2. Pacheski came into the day hitting .214. As that ball is tipped foul, still 1-2. One, two. Down for a even count, 2-2. Here's the pitch. Tip back foul. Pacheski stays alive. Pacheski playing his college ball at Radford University as he swings and misses there for out number one. Cody Soliday, another strikeout. So the 9-hitter Jackson Ingram is back up to bat. Drew a walk earlier in this game, his 8th of the season. As that ball's tipped foul. 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Looks like it about hit him, but didn't. Goes inside. Even count. One, check swing. First place up. Says he swung and crossed the plate just enough for it to count as a strike. 1-2. One-two pitch. Outside, ball two. Two. Ball three, another full count. 3-2. Tip back foul. Full count pitch. Outside, a 9th walk drawn of the season for Jackson Ingram. 2nd of the day as Lincoln Pack back at the top of the order with a runner on first. First pitch of the at-bat from Soliday. Called ball one. One-oh. Ingram looks like he's trying to steal. Safe. Jackson Ingram effectively steals the base. That will be Jackson Ingram's 5th stolen base of the season. And a 2-0 count for Lincoln Pack. Ball 3 to Lincoln Pack. Three-0. Strike one. 3-1. Down for a ball 4. So Lincoln Pack draws a walk. That will be Lincoln Pack's 8th walk of the year. As Saladay is going to get a visit to the mound, and it looks like his day might be over. My apologies, that is the first baseman. So Mikey Urbaniak, runner in scoring position, also a runner on first. Ball gets away. So Pack and Ingram are both going to advance to second and third. Now 2 runners in scoring position for Mikey Urbaniak. One 0. Outside, 2-0 count. Ball 3 to Urbaniak. Three-0. Way outside, ball 4. So the bases are loaded for the first baseman, Wyatt Pfeiffer. Grounded out into a double play earlier this game, but we know this kid can hit. Pfeiffer 350, 8 RBIs on the season. He's called strike one. 0-1. Down for a 1-1 count. One. Tipped foul by Pfeiffer. One, two. Down in the dirt, 2-2. Outside, 3-2. So a full count. One more ball will bring in the first run for Staunton. 3-2. Tipped foul, Pfeiffer stays alive. Here's another 3-2 pitch from Saladay. Strike caught looking. Beautiful pitch from Cody Soliday as we have 2 outs on the board with Jacob Lester. Another opportunity for the Braves with the bases loaded. First pitch called, strike one. One count. Here's the pitch. Lester gaps it into left center field. Ingram will score. Here comes Lincoln Pack. But Urbaniak is called out at third. So 2 runs will score, and the inning ends with a tie ball game. So 2 RBIs for Jacob Lester. As we move to the 6th inning, Staunton ties things up as of late. We'd like to thank tonight's sponsors, SVOE, First Bank, Tees to Go 2, and Brain Injury Connection. Do you have a traumatic brain injury and looking for help? See the folks at Brain Injury Connection. Peyton Jackson going to stay in this game here for Staunton. This is a reminder that Valley League Baseball is funded in part from a donation from Major League Baseball. If you're available, please come out Wednesday, June 18th. Micro Wrestling Federation will take the ring in Moxie Stadium. Get your tickets for this event at microwrestling.com. My next live stream or our next home game, if you can make it out, please don't listen to me. Please come out to the ballpark and have a fantastic outing with family. Monday, June 16th versus the Front Royal Cardinals. This is a makeup game from Sunday, June 8th. Tickets from June 8th will be honored for Monday night. Sponsor for this game is Kaufman Funeral Home and Crematory. But if you can't make it, I will still be here. Kelly Crittenberger leading it off here in the 6th for Culpeper. First pitch from Jackson. Called strike one. As Peyton Jackson and Ty Galuski are going to have a little bit of a visit. So 0-1 count for Kelly Crittenberger. Turns 1-1. Beautiful hit into right field by Kelly Crittenberger, so a leadoff base hit for the Cavaliers. Ethan Borgren up next, the left fielder. Peyton Jackson's first pitch. Call it ball 1. One 0. Called ball 2. Two 0. 3-0. Pitch from Jackson. A 4-pitch walk to Ethan Borgren. So runners on second and first, no outs for the Culpeper Cavaliers. As Maxwell Malessa is looking to take that lead back that they lost just at the end of the 5th. First pitch. Ball 1. One 0. 2-0 pitch. They're about to have another meeting, Galuski and Jackson. Looks like we have number 23, Caden Takahashi Trader, starting to warm up in the Braves bullpen. So it seems like it might only be a matter of time before Peyton Jackson gets pulled out of this game. Watch 2-0 pitch. Ball gets away from Galuski. A beautiful throw from Galuski after losing the ball. But Crittenberger is going to be safe at third. 3-0 count. Three 0. Called strike 1. Late again. Three 1 pitch. Outside, ball 4, bases loaded. 0 outs. Peyton Jackson looks like he's in trouble as we are. Nine-hitter Escobar from Miami, Florida, has a chance to make some noise in this game. Galuski, ball's in the dirt, 1-0. And it looks like head coach Brian Sutphin is going to need to have a conversation with Jackson. So Jackson's going to stay out here. 1-0. Way outside, 2-0 count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Called strike one. Two one. Sounds like he made contact. 2-2. Two. Swung on and missed out number one. Now we're back at the top of the order for the Cavaliers. Number 2, Keaton Burrows from Odessa, Florida. Looking to drive in some runs here and take this lead back. This is a prime opportunity to do it. If you're Culpeper, that ball is high and inside for a ball one. Jackson with the pitch. Down for a 2-0. Two 0. 3-0 count. Ball 4, so Culpeper takes their lead right back. And it looks like Peyton Jackson, this might be it. And that is correct. Peyton Jackson's day is over. So number 23, Caden Takahashi Trader, is coming in for Peyton Jackson out of Yorktown, Virginia, playing his college ball for the Longwood Lancers. So base is still loaded for Takahashi Trader, coming into a situation where you just got to do some run control at this point in time. Make sure your lead isn't insurmountable. So Ethan Belk has another opportunity, bases loaded, to really potentially blow this game out of the water. Takahashi Traders' first pitch. Call strike one. Oh, 1. Strike two. Oh, 2 pitch. Grounded. There's 1. That's 2. So a double play to get Staunton out of this inning. As we move to the bottom of the 6th, so Culpeper took the lead back. But if you're Staunton, that could have been a whole of a lot worse. I'd like to thank MS Events for feeding the Braves tonight. If anyone you may know, or any group you may know, is interested in providing a post-game meal for the Braves players and coaches, please talk to Miss Joyce. So Cody Soliday is out of the game for Culpeper. Number 11, Mason Breton, out of Manchester, Connecticut, listed as an outfielder on the Culpeper roster, but taking the mound, playing his college ball at Long Island University. Wonder where that school's located. So due up for Staunton is Ty Galuski after a 2-run fielder's choice earlier from Jacob Lester. Ball 1 to Galuski. Breton's next pitch swung on and missed by Galuski, 1-1. One. Outside, 2-1. Two-one pitch. Galuski tips it foul, 2-2. Two. Way outside, full count, 3-2. Inside. So a leadoff walk for Ty Galuski as the tying run is on first base, and the go-ahead run in Cooper McDaniel will now be at the plate. First pitch. McDaniel bunts but goes foul, 0-1. Oh, 1. McDaniel bunts again. Thought about throwing to Galuski for a potential double play. So a sack advance from Cooper McDaniel as Galuski is now in scoring position for Ryan Fluharty to potentially score the tying run. Fluharty out of Burton, West Virginia. As Bretton's first pitch, the ball gets away. Galuski is going to advance from third after it gets out of Ludero's glove. Can't really get a snag on it. 1-0 count. One 0 from Breton. Called ball 2. Fluharty. And off the plate. Called out. Galuski is called out. Ludero was way off the plate. They say he got the tag on before his foot hit the base. Out number 2. And that is a gut-wrenching play from Ludero to save the lead for Culpeper. So, pinch hitting for Pachewski. Number 18, Aaron Jamison. As the fans in Staunton are not happy about that one. Breton's plays, tip foul, first pitch. 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch to Jamison. Ball gets away. Fluharty is going to go to second. Throw is way off, but thankfully protected from going out into the outfield and potentially Fluharty getting a chance to go to third base. So good quality control there by Keaton Burrows, the second baseman. 1-1 to Jamison. Hit into center field, and it's over his head. An RBI double for Aaron Jamison as Fluharty scores. And we are back to a tie ball game. So Aaron Jamison pitch hitting into this game ties it back up for the Braves with Jackson Ingram up to bat, potentially getting the chance to score Aaron Jamison from second. Bretton's first pitch. Called strike one. Oh, 1. As Ingram hits it deep, right, center right. And the play is made from the center fielder, Ethan Belk, out in right field. They did a little switcheroo, stretched out, and that is a beautiful fielding play to save Jamison from scoring and giving the Braves the lead back. We move to the top of the 7th. It is a tie ball game once again, and this game is starting to heat up for both clubs. I'd like to thank our sponsors for the evening, SVOE, First Bank, Tees to Go To, and Brain Injury Connection. Are you living with a disability resulting from a brain injury? Reach out to the folks at Brain Injury Connection for help. So after setting up a beautiful double play, Caden Takahashi Trader is still out here to start the 7th. So Jamison is coming in for Pfeiffer at first base for Staunton. So Pfeiffer is moved to second, which means Pachevsky is out of the fielding lineup here for Staunton as he was pulled because of Jamison, but Jamison will take first. Pfeiffer will take second. Moving into the top of the 7th. Tie ball game between the Culpeper Cavaliers and your Staunton Braves. Leading off the top of the 7th for Culpeper is number 17, the catcher Alejandro Ludero out of Pembroke Pine, Florida. College ball at Lipscomb. He is a sophomore. A ball that got away from him in the bottom of the 6th. Advanced runners for Staunton as he grounds out a ball directly to Jamison and an easy one-pitch force out for Aaron Jamison and this Braves defense. As Colby Motley is now up to bat. So far, so good from him today. One 1-0 count for Colby Motley. Two-0 pitch. Two-0. Called strike one. Two one pitch. Swing on and missed. Tipped for 2-2 count. Two-two. Swung on and missed by Kobe Motley. Strike out. That's a strikeout for Takahari Trader. Second out of the inning. As the designated hitter number 69, Cameron Turner, is up next. Looking to get some action on the board. Looking to get some action on these bases. Called strike one. Check swing went just enough. Oh, 1. Outside, 1-1. One pitch from Takahari Trader. Called ball 2. Two one. Called 3-1. Three-one pitch. Down for a ball 4. So Cameron Turner draws the walk, and a runner is on base for the Cavaliers. With Kelly Crittenberger up next. And Takahashi Trader is going to have a meeting with Brian Sutphin. And Takahashi's Traders Day is over already. A fast turnaround from Sutphin. Looks like Brian Sutphin and his crew are trying to make the most out of their bullpen tonight and keep themselves in this game. Number 39 is taking his place. Brady Clark out of Bayport, New York, playing his college ball at St. John's University. Wonder if he's had any run-ins with Rick Pitino, legendary college basketball coach. Pretty good year for the St. John's Johnnies in March Madness. Obviously, his younger son, Richard, joining the Big East Conference, taking the job with the Xavier Musketeers out in Cincinnati. So number 14, Kelly Crittenberger, now has a chance to take this lead back from Staunton, as there's going to be another tiny visit between Brady Clark and the catcher Galuski. One 0 pitch from Clark, fouled off. 1-1. One 0 pitch. Crittenberger fouls it off again. 1-2. One and two, just outside. 2-2 count. Two-two pitch. Swung on and missed for strike number 3 as we move to the 7th inning stretch.
The S&W microwave giveaway goes to Wallace Clark.
I'd like to thank MS Events for feeding the Braves tonight. If you or anyone you know is interested in providing a post-game meal for the Braves players and coaches, please talk to Miss Joyce. As we stretch here in the 7th inning stretch. So a remarkable ladder of a game we've had. Back at the top of the order for the Staunton Braves, Lincoln Pack, the left fielder, back up as that ball hit the bat for an 0-1 count. Oh, 1. High for a ball 1. 1-1. Tip back foul off the pole of the net. 1-2. One and two. Packed directly to the third baseman. A beautiful force out. Out number one. Mikey Urbaniak up next. Designated hitter. Guy got a little trigger happy in the base running. A little bit cocky on the Jacob Lester 2-run hit later in the game. Jogging to third base, got caught, ended the inning. He takes ball one. Fouled off, 1-1. One pitch. Fouled off again, 1-2. One and two. That one is just foul. Breton on the pitch. Called ball two. Even count. 2-2 pitch. Inside for a ball three. So that is strike three and out number two from Mason Breton. As Wyatt Pfeiffer looking to get the bats going here in the bottom of the seventh. As Wyatt Pfeiffer sends it deep right off the wall. Pfeiffer's going two, so a double from Wyatt Pfeiffer. With Jacob Lester, the guy that brought Staunton back in this game, up to bat. First pitch from Breton. Lester! Is that going to get over his head? Yes, it will! Wyatt Pfeiffer is going to score! And the third RBI of the day for Jacob Lester. Another RBI double for the third baseman gives the Staunton Braves the 4-3 lead here in the bottom of the seventh. A remarkable hit. Another gap from left center field. That one a little bit more left, but over the head of the Culpeper left fielder, Ethan Bargren. As Ty Galuski is up to bat looking to score Lester and extend this lead to Stan. Fantastic deep hitting against the wall. Those past two at-bats as Galuski takes a ball one. One zero. Way inside, near the head of Galuski. Ball gets away from Alejandro Luderio. And Lester is going to advance to third. So 2-0 count for Ty Galuski. Runner on third. Sorry for the mute real quick. I was just singing the music that we got over the speaker. Real Gone from Sheryl Crow from the movie Cars. Grew up watching that film. Fortunately, I don't think our trust between my trust between me and the viewers yet are ready to hear me sing just yet. So 3-0 count. Called strike one, 3-1. Three one popped up. Looks like it's going to be out of play, and yes, it will. 3-2 full count. Here's the 3-2. Popped up again. This one's going to be in play, it looks like. If they can get under it, yes, he can. Crittenberger gets down with it, and that is the top of the eighth coming up. So Staunton takes the lead. I'd like to thank tonight's sponsors, SVOE, First Bank, Tees to Go 2, and Brain Injury Connection. Are you struggling to get back to your new normal following a stroke, concussion, or accident that left you with a brain injury? Visit Brain Injury Connections for help or www.bicsr.org. Please come out if you can to our next game, Monday, June 16th versus the Front Row Cardinals. This is a makeup game from Sunday, June 8th, so all tickets from June 8th will be honored at admission Monday. Sponsor for this game is Kaufman Funeral Home and Crematory. And if you're also free, Wednesday, June 18th at 7 p.m., Micro Wrestling Federation will take the ring in Moxie Stadium. Get your ticket for this event at microwrestling.com. So Ethan Borger in the left fielder leading off here in the top of the eighth for Culpeper. That first that first ball is high 1-0. 1-0 pitch as Borgren grounds out to Pfeiffer and throws to Jamison for an easy force out number 1. Maxwell Melessa, the right fielder, up next. First pitch way outside, ball 1. One zero. Way inside behind his back, 2-0. Hit by in the gap. What a play. Is that out? Yes, it is. Melessa barely gets beat out. For out number 2. Evan Escobar, the shortstop, the 9-hitter, looking to get Culpeper on the bases here. One zero. Called 2-0. Two 2-0 pitch. Called 3-0. Up 3-0. Called strike 1. Three one, swung on and missed. Full count. Three two. Hits him. That's going to be a hit by pitch, so runner on first as we go back to the top of the order. Keaton Burrows. So Keaton Burrows playing his college ball at the University of Pittsburgh. It's his first pitch of the at-bat. Called strike 1. Caught looking. Oh one. Called ball one. One count. Called strike two. One, two. Outside. 2-2. Galuski thought about throwing it. Potential pickout play. I don't know if it would have worked out. Two. Hit well over the head of Murphy. So 2-1. Runners on second and first. Oh. Call ball one. One count. One. Tip back 1-2. One, two. Tipped foul. At bat stays alive for Ethan Belk. One, two. Grounded out. Somebody beat him out. Called out. Out number 3 as we move to the bottom of the 8th. Oh, shit. So bottom of the 8th. Called out. Now to the 50-50 raffle ticket winner here. $50 raffle winner just won $90. I'd like to thank MS Events for feeding the Braves. If you or anyone you know is interested in providing a post-game meal for the Braves players and coaches, talk to Miss Joyce at the concession stand. Number 81, Alexander Crutter is in, taking over for the Culpeper Cavaliers. Hometown's Fairfax, Virginia from Lynchburg College. Lots of fantastic sports across the board going on tonight. A lot of us so I'm from Northern Virginia area. A lot of us care a lot about the DC Defenders of the UFL. They're up 37-19 at half against the Michigan Panthers, looking to get their first championship in the XFL, UFL. As Cooper McDaniel leads us off here in the bottom of the ninth, swinging and missing for an 0-1 count. Another fantastic series that's been going on is the Stanley Cup Final. Second intermission right now. Florida Panthers up 2-0 on the Edmonton Oilers. That series is tied. Probably one of the best Stanley Cup Finals I've seen in my lifetime, although that hasn't been a very long time. 0-2. McDaniel grounds it out and beat out number one. Fluharty, center field, and brought in by the center fielder Ethan Belk for out number 2. So Aaron Jamison back up to bat. Brought in the go-ahead run earlier in the 7th. Here's the pitch, tipped off foul. Oh, 1. Swung on and missed by Jamison. Strike 2. One, 2 count. Jamison grounds out to third. The throw is off, but the tag on gets him. Well, the ball was lost. Jamison is safe at second. Never mind. Missed the ball. So, looks like a little bit of deliberation is needed, but safe at second base, it looks like. So Jamison's going to be at second with the 9-hitter Jackson Ingram, the Staunton native, back up to bat. First pitch to Ingram outside, ball 1. 1-0. Strike one. One. Popped up by Jackson Ingram. Belk's under it, and Belk is going to bring it in. So we move to the top of the ninth. Culpeper is down to their last 3 outs. As Staunton looking forward to potentially bouncing back after their loss against Waynesboro. Keeping a 5-1 record at home with a win tonight. Brady Clark still out here looking to close the game out for the Staunton Braves. I'd like to thank tonight's sponsors, SVOE, First Bank, Tees to Go 2, and Brain Injury Connection. If you're struggling to get back to your new normal following a stroke, concussion, or accident that left you with a brain injury, visit Brain Injury Connection for help or www.bicsr.org. Please come out if you can. Monday, June 16th versus the Front Royal Cardinals makeup game from Sunday, June 8th. Tickets for June 8th will be accepted for Monday night. Sponsor for this game is Kaufman Funeral Home and Crematory. Moving in the top of the ninth as the catcher leads off, Alejandro Ludero, as his first pitch is tipped foul, 0-1. Oh, 1. Called ball 1. One. Tip back foul, 1-2. One, two. Down in the dirt, 2-2 count. The 2-2 to Ladero. And grounded out. Ingram's going to pick it up. Can it get a force out? That is in time. Ingram to Jamison for out number 1. And Culpeper is down to 2 outs. As Colby Motley from Williamsburg, Virginia is up to bat. First pitch from Clark, ball 1. So Culpeper started the game off strong and crumbled late to the bats of the Braves, specifically Aaron Jamison and Jacob Lester. Jacob Lester bringing in 3 of those RBIs. Jamison bringing in the 1 on the go-ahead RBI double. 2-0. Hit well, and McDaniel is going to bring it in left center field. So the Cavaliers are down to their last out if they want to tie this thing up. Cameron Turner, number 69, the designated hitter, is going to be in that plate. First pitch to Turner from Clark. Popped up. Pack is under it. And play the Tim McGraw. Staunton wins 4-3. A remarkable late stride, a late surge from the Staunton Braves. Puts them back on the board. And Staunton moves to 7-5, while Culpeper falls to 2-9 on the year. It's been a pleasure having you out at the ballpark today. Please either tune in or come on out Monday versus Front Royal Cardinals. I would like to thank everybody for coming in tonight. My name is Ethan Dufresne. It's been a pleasure being on air. And we will see you Monday night for attempt number 2 of our first game of the season against the Front Royal Cardinals. My name is Ethan Dufresne. Take care, everybody. Braves win 4-3 here in Staunton against Culpeper. Good night, everybody.